I will say that I feel so out of it, so weird. I don't know, so weird today, I guess. It is hard to explain. I got so distracted before this stream, just looking at, like, I was just looking at Minecraft skins for so long, and Minecraft mod packs, after y'all are yapping in my Discord about how you want me to play Minecraft. And then I was like, wait, I'm supposed to stream, like, right now, and it really threw me for a loop. I feel very weird. Bonjour. Hello! Welcome, welcome. It is welcome, everyone. Now, today, I do have some sort of plans, at least. Usually on Mondays, I just want to do a chatting stream, usually, because I don't really know what else I would want to do. I don't know, I think it's fun. I think it's fun just having a chatting stream every once in a while. I'm supposed to stream? You're damn right. You're right, I am supposed to stream. I don't know, I just feel weird, because usually, I guess why I feel weird is usually I sit for like an hour mentally for my brain, okay. I sit for like an hour preparing for a stream, and then I usually am like, okay, we're ready. Will you check TikTok? I feel really bad about how long it's been since I posted on TikTok. I'm making a short video I will post, and then I'll start posting clips again. My last post on TikTok just did so well that I've been so hesitant to make a new one, because I know no matter what, it will just be horrible in comparison. Pop some Adderall? Yeah, I've already done that. I'm prescribed for it, so it's not weird out of context, but yeah. I actually just ran out. I need to get a refill, weirdly enough, which is kind of weird to think about. So, the reason why I was so distracted is so y'all were talking about, like, me getting a mod pack to play, and your last post was October 6th or 3rd. It's really bad. Was it really that long ago? That's when I did my tank tier list, which is funny because we're gonna do helicopter tier list today. I have to guzzle coffee if I want to stuff. That's real. I don't like coffee. Mostly, or energy drinks, mostly because my heart would explode if I did both at the same time. Yeah, it's really been that long since I've posted on my TikTok. It's in a while. Mostly, yeah, it's just that I put myself, it's not that I put myself to such a high standard of editing and making those that what ends up happening is I make one and then I'm like, oh, it's just ass, and then I don't post it, and then I make a new one, is what keeps happening. Because, I don't know, I like making really good stuff sometimes. Now, the whole point of the stream, I don't know, I thought it'd be cool to put the helicopter and thing, but I will talk about helicopters today. Are you able to resize the chat box? You should move it over a little bit to the right and extend the chat box well. Well, that would be easy if the chat box wasn't, part of the overlay. Like this. It's part of the overlay. It's not separate. But I can make myself bigger. I can take up more of the screen. There we go. Now I take up even more of the screen. However, I don't like taking up too much of the screen. I want to at least have some of my mall showing at some capacity. Let's see if I tagged you in one of my posts. Perfect. Big, you know, entire just... Okay, this is the stream for now on. Actually, it's not close enough. Hold on. Let me... Alright, this is the stream for now on. Is this a correct amount of space? Can I see chat? Am I not taking up too much space? Amazing, 11 out of 10. Thank you. Now I gotta fix this. Hold on. There we go. I think that's fixed. I gotta, like, center it as well. Because my monitors are not of the same aspect ratio. So I have to do a weird thing where I move it in a weird spot. Hello! Welcome, welcome. This is gonna be a kind of a chiller stream, mostly because I'm kind of winging it a little bit, because I have a horrible addiction. It's time to come out. I have a horrible addiction. I have been watching too much House MD. I have been not only destroying my sleep schedule watching the show, I have just been getting absolutely nothing done because I just keep watching it. I'm like, oh, I'm bored. I'm gonna watch more House. How's your day? Where do you watch it? I watch it on Amazon Prime. How's your day? My day has been alright. I woke up really late, so I've only been awake for like 3 hours. And besides that, I went and I watched some House until I came and I streamed. So yeah, it's evil. It's taking over my life. Now, I will say there is some things I did want to do today. One of them being, I always said I want to do the helicopter tier list, because I like doing tier lists whenever I'm on my chat stream. I also want to do some of the doles and talk about some of the stuff I've seen lately. So, one of the things I will say that was really funny that happened recently. I don't know how recently they happened, but there was like streamer awards or something that happened. And I will say that I've been seeing a lot of people on Twitter lose their mind over this peanut guy I've like never seen before winning the streamer awards. It is the funniest thing I've ever seen. I feel like there's a lot of like VTuber purists that exist. The only good thing about streamer awards is that Peanut won the VTuber award. I think it's actually hilarious, but some people some gooner want their waifus to win. The Burnt Peanut is his name. I think it is absolutely hilarious. I mean, like, everyone's flaming him because he likes to make fun of VTubers, which is why he's so funny. Nothing is more funny than being a VTuber and making fun of VTubers. Like, that's like I make fun of VTubers all the time. I think it's funny. Because it's silly. I love that. It's so funny. But some people are crying on Twitter right now, and I keep seeing it, and it's really funny. God, if you ever seen VTuber Twitter, it's some, like, I've tried using Twitter, but it's just some, like, VTube, specifically VTuber Twitter, is like slop. Like, you just see the same slop recreated over and over again. Like, it'll always be like, oh, fellow like, here's like my reenact of a post. It's like, oh, fellow VTubers, I want you to know that you are heard, and I see that from like 70 different accounts. Or like, it's just like, I don't know, it's some slop. There's a lot of slop on VTubing Twitter. In my country it's 11:38 p.m. and I am watching you live and I have to get up at 6. Damn. That's rough, that's rough. I feel that, I feel that. VTubers are a special breed of autistic. They are... It's certainly something, I guess. I don't know, there's like... I don't know, I feel like there's, like, hold on, I'm gonna open Twitter, hold on, I'm gonna open Twitter. I wanna read out the first slop I can find. Because I tend to get a lot of slop. That's pretty slop, but I wanna find a good one. No, I can't. Twitter is just covered with burnt peanut. I can't. I'm not gonna be able to find anything. Like, my entire feed is just the burnt peanut over and over again. But basically, oh, here we go. I'll show. Here's a base Twitter post. Ready for this? I like watching you live. That is respectable. I don't know. You're lucky. I'm actually streaming early than I normally do. I usually stream like 2 hours from now. I will... How do I do this without like doxing myself? Here we go. Here is a base Twitter post I just found. Hold on, how do I do this? I gotta... There you go. Did that even work? No. There we go. There's the base Twitter post I found. Now, this is the only good thing. There you go. Now you've all been blessed with W Twitter post, now you must be happy. But here, let me get this thing over. Girls in Panzer? Yes, indubitably. Indubitably. I actually have, hold on. We're gonna do some show and tell. Let me grab it really quick. Alright, hold on. I have... How am I gonna do this? My phone is what tracks my model, but I gotta take a picture of my phone really quick. How am I gonna do this? Hold on. I'm just gonna stack all of these. Hold on, just give me a second. I will figure it out. This will be really cool, I promise. Don't worry, it'll be worth the wait. Come on. Okay, I almost got it. Okay, this is taking up my whole desk. You guys obviously can't see this, but my whole desk is being taken up by this. Alright, let me take a photo with my phone. Oh, I fell over. Oh my god, I hit a button on my computer. I hope- oh god. Oh, it's all falling apart. It's all falling apart! Okay, I think we're okay. Hold on, I need to restack these all up again, because they literally domino effect all fell over at the same time. Alright, here we go. Let me get a picture. Okay, I got the picture. Okay, I'm gonna look at my Nairi face reveal. I'm not face revealing. Alright, I have the photo. And now I need to really quick move into my PC. You guys have to, this is how do streamers do this so fast? I've seen a lot of time of people like taking a picture and immediately moving this. This is so inconvenient. How am I supposed to do this in a normal amount of time? Oh, and it's out of focus. Whatever. It's whatever. How do people do this? How? Yes, please back this up. Google Photos. Okay, you know, this is certainly a bit okay. Now I have to move all these back here, and then also for the fact that it's not all in frame. It's on the floor. Here we go. Now I can show it. I have it. Multiple monitors and not using their phone to track their faces? Maybe. Well, I have multiple monitors. I also do use my phone. Okay, download. It's literally all out of focus. All of that was a complete waste because it just focused on my microphone. My camera screwed me over, but it's fine. Boom. Oh, this is so... Look how low quality this is. Hold on. How do I fix this? I have every single Girls in Panzer disc on Blu-ray. The other one's cut off, but there they are. Look at that. I also have my Bochi the Rock model. And I have my Bochi Fuma over there. Beautiful. Look in awe. No, that wasn't- that definitely wasn't like super hard to do out of, definitely didn't have to really go out of my way to do that. That's definitely easy. Just a quick picture and move it over. Definitely didn't like completely fall apart. Alright, what am I doing again? Oh yeah, I'm supposed to be talking about helicopters. I will say, so, something really silly that I didn't realize until literally, like, 2 weeks ago, or like 3 weeks ago. I don't know how I never realized this until now. Most of the US helicopters are named after Native American tribes. How have I never noticed that until recently? I was like, I sit here with like, you got the Apache, the Comanche, the Cheyenne, and the Blackhawk. They're all named after Native American tribes. How have I never noticed that? It was, I don't know what came up. I was like, I think it was when the Cheyenne was added to War Thunder. I was like, wait a minute. All US helicopters are named after Native American tribes. How did I never notice that? Alright, I'm gonna see if I can find a helicopter list on this. Huey is actually... I don't even know how to pronounce that. I have no idea how to pronounce that word. All US sellers except the Cobra? What is the Cobra? I have never heard of the Cobra before. Cobra helicopter. Oh, it's that thing. I have seen this before. That thing, I have seen this before. It's the first gunship helicopter. Oh, that's cool. I have never... The thing is very silly looking. I have seen this. It's a weird skinny little thing. I see that. Hold on, I was gonna drop an image for people to see. Here we go. Here's an image of it. Actually, I'm gonna do the one with the shark face on it. Here's a really cool image of one I just found. With a shark face on it. Hold on, let me pulling it up. Here it is. Why are these images all so large? I always have to shrink them. Here it is. Here's an image of it with a cool shark face on it. Well, a really cool person. I'm glad you have the arrow, or I would have thought it was me. Oh, yeah, I know. It's a common mistake to think that you're cooler than me. Some people might make the misrepresentation, think that they're cooler than me, but I mean, like, the arrow's pointing at me. I don't see an arrow pointing at you, so... I mean, I'm just saying, the arrow does not lie. The arrow does not lie. The arrow only speaks truth. And nothing else. I don't know if I could physically fit inside a Cobra. That's a great point. Hold on. I'm gonna see if there is a helicopter tier list. I actually don't know too much about helicopters. I just know I really like the Comanche. Here we go. Well, I found one. I think it's only US helicopters, though. I don't see- No, it is. Here we go. I found a good one. Let's do this one. Alright, I'm gonna pull it up. Here we go. Let me make a new tab. How do I do this? Okay. Set this here. Okay, here we go. Welcome to tier list. We haven't been here. Oh, it's not open. Hold on. There we go. Beautiful look. Well, let me... Wait, why is this in front of me? This should be behind me. There we go. How long have I had this in front of me? There we go. There's our beautiful tier list. We're gonna do this now. I'm gonna leave a little bit of space so your newest messages can be seen. And we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this from what I believe. This is all based on how cool I think they look is what I'm basing this on. Maybe I'll shrink myself so that we can have this be a little bigger. There we go. Unfortunately, you guys haven't covered, but it's fine. Bass music, by the way? I know. I just found it randomly. It's the same one I used in my debut thing. I have a floppy disk game that's a Comanche simulator. That is super cool. Alright, we have the Cobra, the first one you guys are talking about. I actually think it looks pretty cool. It's very skinny. I'll give it a B. It's a solid B helicopter because it's like the first one. There's a lot of these I have not seen before. Besides, I mean, there's all I have, but the Cheyenne. Now, the Cheyenne helicopter is such a silly helicopter. It couldn't choose between being a helicopter and a plane, so it's like a weird mix of both. I messed around with it a bit when it was added to War Thunder, which is it's pretty cool. I'm gonna make myself a little bigger again, because I think I am fine being a little larger right now. I messed around a little bit with it when it was added to War Thunder. It flies super weird, because like, you can, since it has a rotor on the back of it, you can like fly the helicopter more like flat, like more level than you normally would fly a helicopter and move forward. It's really strange. I think it's pretty cool though. I'll put an A. Mostly because it's special. It gets special bias. I give it special bias because it's cool and awesome. The Apache, I mean, this is S tier. Everybody loves the Apache helicopter. It's by far the most iconic helicopter. I mean, like, I don't know if you can get more iconic than the Apache helicopter. It's like the helicopter. Like, I mean, isn't there like in War Thunder? Is there like 20 different Apaches or something in the U.S. tree or something? There's like, if I remember correctly, there's like a ton of different Apache helicopters in the U.S. tech tree for helicopters in War Thunder. Just because they're like, okay, well, this is just kind of the helicopter they use. There's a ton of UH-1. Okay, what is this? I have never seen this helicopter before. This helicopter looks like the helicopter they fly into Jurassic Park on. Like, hold on. I'm gonna search this up. What is the helicopter they fly into Jurassic Park on? Jurassic Park. Helicopter. No, it looks nothing like that. Apparently I'm stupid. Well, all I learned... No, wait, hold on. It kind of looks like that. The J... This has a watermark on it. I can't hear. Here's a picture of here's a picture of a toy set with a helicopter. Let me show you guys. Here's the helicopter from Jurassic Park, but toys. Does this helicopter look like the exact same almost? Is it the same helicopter? Like, maybe I was cooking. Maybe my memory actually might be on point. I'm pretty sure the tail is... I know the tail's a little different, but it looks like almost exactly the same. It's pretty close, I know. I can't believe I remembered that. That was just like... The first thing that came to my head when I saw that was the thing. The Chinook. This one's also easy S tier. This one is... If the Apache is the most iconic helicopter, the Chinook might be the second. Either the Hind or the Chinook is the second most iconic helicopter. Like, the transport helicopter with double rotors is so iconic. Like, that's so cool. Like, the helicopter, since it's a transport, it needs more than one. Because I know there's some transports that's just really, really big. Yeah, like, really, really big propellers instead of multiple. It's probably number one at this point, maybe. But that's a really iconic helicopter. That, like, for some... Okay, you know what comes to my head when I think of the Chinook? I think of Balloon's tower defense. Because Balloon tower defense, you have all three of, like, the big US ones. You have the Apache, the Chinook, and I guess the Comanche, even though the Comanche is just a prototype that was never actually used. Here we go, the Sea Stallion. I have seen this one before. What game have I seen this in? I've definitely seen this in a game. I don't know which one I have. Iconic from the photo where the US escapes from Vietnam. Yeah, helicopters are old. Where have I seen this before? Is there anything in iconic... Oh, you mean this one I'm using right now? Also in Transformers, maybe. I think it's alright looking. This one is like another transport helicopter. I don't know, it's like whatever. It just kind of looks like those kind of transport helicopters. They're open. I think when I see this one, I think there's one like this in Grand Theft Auto. I think you can get a transport helicopter that looks like this one. I think. Maybe. Because you can get, obviously, the Chinook, but I don't know. I don't really know. tiger. Unreal. I don't know what country this is from. Is this German? I think I see a German flag on it. I think there's a really, really tiny German flag on that. I had never seen this helicopter before until Battlefield. Or at least I've maybe seen it, but I've never really internalized it until the Battlefield game that came out. I think the tiger is pretty cool. I think that's a pretty cool one. I mean, it's called a tiger, of course it's German. I absolutely hate bubble face helicopters. Any of these helicopters, like the, you know what, while we're at it, I'm gonna put the Little Bird in CD tier 2. I absolutely despise the helicopters that like have like a bubble at the front of them. It's just a piece of glass. I think they look stupid. I think they look lame. I despise the helicopters that look like that. They're, I don't know, something is like really, goofy. Really goofy. I just don't like them. I don't know. I think the helicopter is in front. Helicopter from GTA 5. That's the name of it, yeah. That one. I remember this one is also in it. Now, the Helix. I have never seen this thing before. I can't even tell what it looks like. The angle is so weird. It looks kind of chubby. I don't know if I really like that. It has two propellers, but it looks so weird and chubby. I don't know if I really like that, actually. A little too silly, I think, for me. The Hokum. Now, this helicopter, I have heard, is really overpowered in War Thunder. Because I'm pretty sure it's only a premium in War Thunder. And I'm pretty sure it's like the most. It really was. Yeah. That's the only reason I know this is because it's like really overpowered. However, I don't know. Do I like the Hokum? I know it was in Battlefield 2042. That's a. Ooh, you know, being in Battlefield 2042. That's gonna take you down a little bit. I'm sorry. I'll put you a B. I just love how, from my understanding, the Helix is from USSR. I think their first helicopter had two propellers. Really? This one is another transport helicopter of some kind. I think it looks a little too weird for me. The Homer Simpson. Homer Simpson has become a helicopter. The Me-12 Homer Simpson. This is beautiful. I mean, like, is the fattest heli? That's pretty cool. I'll put it A. It gets A simply because it's the Homer Simpson. The Haze. I've definitely seen this one before, but I think it just looks kind of generic. I don't know how I feel about this one. I mean, like, this one's like my favorite helicopter. The Hind, I mean, the Hind is notorious for being in Metal Gear all the time, because my brain just flatlined. What's his name? Oh my god. Kojima? Yeah, Kojima loves throwing hinds in his Metal Gear games. Insert that one picture from Afghanistan with the hind. I love the hind. I really want the hind in War Thunder. It's one of the things I really want. I just think it looks. It's just a gunship. I mean, like, if you think of gunship for a helicopter, that's a gunship. The Apache. When I think of the Apache, I think like, oh, it's like a helicopter that has like guns on it. The Hind is a gunship. Inspired the gunship stories. Yeah, it looks like an LATV. The Lats, yeah, the Lat gunships. They look exactly like the Hind. Halo, that thing looks horrible. We'll get that out of here. The Havoc. From this angle, this helicopter literally just looks like an off-brand Apache. I'm gonna put that in C. The Hound. I have seen this before. I think it looks really stupid. I'm gonna put it down. The Kiowa. The Kiowa. Is that how you pronounce it? I have no idea. This helicopter... I mean, I don't know. I think it's a B. I think it's an alright looking helicopter. Generally, the helicopter from the USSR looks something drawn by children. It does. If you told a child to draw a helicopter, the Mi 4 Hound is exactly what it looked like. We got some other ones. I mean, this one's my favorite helicopter. For people who know that, the Comanche is my favorite helicopter. I want it, even though it's probably really bad in War Thunderfly now, I do really want to buy the Comanche. I don't know, something about how sleek. I mean, it's just so cool. I think the coolest part about the Comanche is how the ordnance, like, how it's like a complete sleek helicopter, and then like the ordnance opens up the bay. I think it's so cool. With like the rockets. I don't know, something on the Comanche is just so freaking cool. It also gets extra points because it's my favorite cross path in Balloon Tower Defense. In Balloon Tower Defense 6, the Comanche Commander is my favorite cross path. So it gets an advantage for that. The Sea King. Yeah, that thing looks stupid. I hate that. It's horrible. The Huey. How do I feel about the Huey? I mean, like these, like, you have to put all the iconic ones in S, because I feel like, I mean, it's the Vietnam helicopter. That's what the Huey is. It's the Vietnam helicopter. How could you possibly, in any sort of way, lower the ranking of the Vietnam helicopter? Good morning, Vietnam. Yeah, I mean, in like the side gunner, it's so good. The Black Hawk. Black Hawk is an A. In my mind, the Black Hawk is just like a newer Huey. I mean, yeah, I don't know. It doesn't have. I mean, it's iconic because it's a transport helicopter, but it's just not the Huey. I feel like I can't have both the Huey and the Black Hawk both be an S, simply because they're basically the same thing, just one's like newer. The Lakota. I don't like what that one looks like. The Sea Knight. This just looks like a Chinook. Is this just the old... Because the number is CH46, is this just an older Chinook? I'm gonna put that in B because it makes it very nice and clean. Is this just an older Chinook? Because they look like the exact same. They're one number apart. That's my theory, I guess. And this thing also looks horrible. And there you go. The definitive helicopter tier list. Now, because we did this, now I can do whatever I want in the stream and not feel bad about the title being about helicopters when I couldn't think about what making the stream today was. Isn't every helicopter just a new version of another? That's true. I mean, the Apache it certainly has like a bazillion models. There we go. I've successfully completed the stream. There we go. Stream complete. I'm just kidding. I have some other stuff I want to show today. Mostly, I do want to play some games, possibly. We might even get into Minecraft, possibly. I don't know. This is just kind of a miscellaneous stream where I do whatever the hell I feel like. And I did want to talk a little bit about helicopters, but what I do want to talk about specifically is... It's going to take a second for me to get this up, though. So I'm going to close this up since we did that. The Mi-8 is some kind of barrel with propeller and space for pilots. That sounds correct. Good stream. Bye. There we go. Stream over. You've got all you've come for. That's all you need. That's all you need. There we go. There you go. Just stream over. I'm just kidding. So I want to show you guys. So this is what I was thinking of for Minecraft, because you guys have been begging me to play Minecraft. I found a mod pack. I actually found a mod pack a while ago. I was thinking about playing. Hold on, let me get this open. However, I'm a little afraid because I want to run it with shaders, and running this mod pack with shaders takes up so much memory that this. So I have to run it on like 10 plus gigs of RAM, and of RAM, and the thing is that normally that's like fine because I have 32, The problem is that I have to be running that on high amount of RAM, plus running VTube Studio, which uses a high amount of RAM, plus OBS. I applied once for a job at a place where the military helis get repaired and didn't get in though. I actually almost went to flight school once, but I couldn't because of my ADHD meds. So basically my dad was like friends, like someone at his workplace also was a teacher at a flight school, and I actually did a class with him once, but I could never actually be fully admitted to the flight school because of my ADHD meds. Your helmet kind of fits right in Lethal Company? It does. I think that's kind of what the helmets are kind of based off. But yeah, so the I've flown a plane before. I've actually sat in the pilot seat of a plane and flown it. It was a propeller plane, but I've actually done it before. And I flew over the Rocky Mountains for a little bit. It was pretty cool. I've only ever done it once, but I was never able to actually go to the flight school because of my meds, which is really sad. But I kind of need them because you have no idea how... If you thought I was really bad at getting stuff done, you should see me without my meds. It's horrible. I cannot get anything done. It's so bad. It's just horrible. It completely falls apart. But hopefully that is not as much of a problem in the future. I also realized that everything okay, it's working. I thought everything was breaking, but we're actually fine. We're okay. Unmedicated time destroyer. That's exactly how it is. Ugh. Hold on. I'm gonna open War Thunder for a second. Hold on. I want to show you guys something really quick. And it requires me to open War Thunder, so give me a second. And there's about... We're gonna put your bets right now. There is a 33% chance OBS explodes when I open War Thunder. I always have to say it because I am notorious. I'm basically Murphy's Law. If anything can go wrong during my stream, it will. Like last stream, my power went out. Like what? That also was the first time I ever had my power go out during a stream. I've never had that happen before. That's 67% exceed. You're right. I was trying to think other crazy reasons my stream's ended. It's always really funny because it's always something I do that causes the internet to break. So like, I remember I had a stream once. Sorry, I gotta keep myself from laughing while explaining. Alright, so I had a stream where I was like, everyone, I'm gonna have you know, I'm going to move something in OBS. I'm gonna move one of the panels in OBS. There's a high likelihood of my stream, of OBS crashing and my stream ending, but I'm gonna do it. And then I moved it, and then OBS crashed, and then my stream ended. So no false advertising, I will say, because like I said, the stream, OBS cannot handle it and did end the stream. It is so silly. Is that a robot in my chat? Oh my god. Twitch, get your robots out of here. Get out of here, you stupid robot. I hate you. You're being banned immediately. I think it's funny. And okay, so I have never had a robot show up in YouTube chat, but I get them all the time in Twitch. And you know what's really funny? The funniest part, I talk about this all the time. When I get a robot in chat and I go overlook, Twitch literally recognizes that it's a bot and doesn't do anything about it. It literally says that they're a possible ban evader or bot when I hover over them. If they're a possible ban evader, then ban them. Like, what? Twitch, like, come on. If they're possibly ban-evading, that means you've obviously recognized that they're breaking the rules. Why aren't you banning them? Like, come on, it's so stupid. You can get a bot to counter the bot. I could do that. I just have to, it's so much work. It's so silly. Like, come on. You can recognize that it's a bot, but you can't do anything about it. Alright, I'm gonna switch over to the gaming tab. The gaming tab has now been switched to. I'm gonna show you guys what I want to show you really quick. Here we go. Let me show you. So, if I... Why, hello? Black screen, hello? Got a stream, hello? You gonna... That means they're possibly not a ban-evader. You're also right, except 900% of the time they are. Here we go. I wanted to show you guys the Cheyenne. I wanted to show you how silly this thing is. I don't know, something about the physics of how this flies is... Hold on, let me turn off the music for a second. Okay. Something is so silly about how this thing flies. And the fact that, like... So it has a propeller at the back, right? So, flying at, like, peak flight, you can fly, like, almost straight. But you can do something crazy with this helicopter that you can't do with other helicopters. Well, you might be able to, but it's a lot easier on this one. And that's that you can do barrel rolls with it. Okay, I'm obviously gonna crash and die because I'm not high enough up, but you can do barrel rolls with it, unlike other helicopters, which is so weird. Like, some helicopters, like, struggle when you turn upside down, but this one has the ultimate power of barrel rolling. Probably helped if I turned off the collider when they did that. Or, not collider. What is it called? I can't remember. But I just think it's so interesting, the physics behind having a propeller at the back of your helicopter is so weird. Let's see if I can do it again. This time I'm not like 2 feet in the ground. I'm gonna try... Let's see if I can do it again. I remember this being a lot easier than I'm having it have. But like, it's so weird. I can also raise the gears, but I obviously didn't do last time. And also, one thing that's very interesting about this helicopter is just the shape, like... I guess they wanted to give it headroom. It's so weird. It's such a weird thing. That's all I can really think about it. Goofy, oh, looks like a lizard. It's exactly what I'm thinking. Hold on, I want you to missile on a tank. Oh god, turning this thing is also really weird. You have to like turn it like a plane. I also forgot about that. God, how do I... Oh god, this is so weird. How do I slow this thing down? Come on. And it's flying up? That's so weird! It's so weird. It's such a weird feeling. Do I need to put you in hover mode? How do I stop this thing from moving? Does it have to be, it has to be like angled up in order to slow down. It's such a weird vehicle. I don't know. I don't know how to describe it, but it's so cool. Like, I have it in hover mode and it is obviously not working. Goofy all lizard tank is about 100%. That's what I remember. It was like turning it like a plane. It's so weird. You're losing altitude at astronomical speeds. What is happening? It built some lift. Does that mean it can go like really fast? Artistic helicopter. I guess. I'm still losing. There we go. Wait, what? This guy's gunner seat turns with him. Hold on. I need to get a good look at this. When I turn, this guy's gunner suit turns with him. Can I go first person? Dang it, I don't have it bound. Do other helicopters do that? That's so weird. Does he aim? There's no, like, that, I don't know, that's so weird. That is certainly one of those weird things ever. Now I'm gonna go explode now. Watch this. As I explode. Beautiful. Anyways, that's what I want to show. I want to show how utterly weird the Cheyenne helicopter is. Just one of the strangest vehicles ever. You aim behind, it's better than turning your neck, I guess? I guess. But, I mean, I just think of, like, I guess, I don't know. I don't know how old that helicopter is. However, I do want to do some dolls today. Do you guys know any cool, dolls that we can do? And so that you guys can absolutely flame me for being stupid, I'm just kidding. I can be smart. I'm not completely brain dead all the time. I can have at least two brain cells work sometimes. At least that's the hope, at least. Like who isn't like a good brain cell and a half? Let's see if I can find it. I've seen... do I dare do that? Do we dare delve into the horribleness that is the Rule 34 doll, where you rank how many of, what are they called? How many of a certain character in Rule 34? There's that one. But there's also, some other ones I can think of. Let's do that. Okay, I'll pull that up right now. Rule 34 doll. Alright, here it is. You are seeing this message because there is a possibility that you joined here from the fake site. Uh-oh. Oh, I did not want to join here from the fake site. That's bad. How do I find the real one? Is this it? Play. Oh, there we go. I found it. Okay. I'm gonna make sure that this is all very good. We're gonna hope this is good. I think this is... I think I found the right one. You have to find a streak? Okay, here we go. We have started off with an absolute banger. An absolute banger. I will have to say. How do I get this open? I am so slow. I'm so sorry, guys. My brain is not fast enough to do all this kind of stuff. Mostly because I'm so unorganized. There we go. This should work. We have Sakura Maiko, a virtual YouTuber that I have never seen before, versus Shrek. Now, normally you'd wonder, it's Shrek. And like before we say anything, it's definitely Shrek. But okay, it looks like Shrek. No, Shrek! There's no way. There's no way. There's no way. There's only 418 Shreks. There is no goddamn. There is no way. How? There has to... Shrek has existed for so long. How does Shrek not have only... How does Shrek only have 418 people? Like, how have only 18 people made his massive Shrek onion on Rule 34? Like, what? Okay, we have Diva versus Hong Meiling from Toho. Now, this is really hard because you have two on the spectrum. So Diva is ultimately gooned so much. Like, unbelievable amount of gooning happens with Diva, right? Now, on the other hand, Touhou is one of the most gooned series that's ever existed. I swear to God that Touhou, I'm pretty sure, I don't know if it's the case anymore, but for the longest time, I'm pretty sure Touhou was the #1 tag with the most amount of posts on Rule 34. You never heard about her? She's a character from, actually, she's from 6, Touhou 6, the most popular one. But it's Diva. Like, Diva has to have more, right? Okay, we've gotten one. Now we have Kirito from Sword Art Online, or Holy Melee. Okay, more people have to be gooning to her, right? Yes. I can get this. We're on a roll. Oh, we have a Pokemon. This is where things get really hard. A Pokemon. Oh no. This Pokemon are notoriously gooned an egregious amount. Always the Pokemon? Okay. I'm trusting your thought that maybe the Pokemon could win. Oh, it's close. We were so close. Okay, we have Charlotte from Fortnite, or a Chainsaw Man character. Now, this is it. So, Chainsaw Man is ultra gooned. So, I think it's astonishing there's 916 of a Fortnite character. But Chainsaw Man is so gooned over that there's no way it doesn't win. Yeah. How do I say her name? I don't even remember. The girl... Palutina? I think that's her name. This is tough. Because... we have a Nintendo character. Nintendo characters are also notoriously gooned over a lot. So... who is more goony? People who read Chainsaw Man or people who play Nintendo games? I think Nintendo's worse. Yeah, it's really close though. Scorpion does not get gooned. How does Scorpion have more than Shrek? Zeri from League of Legends, oh god. League of Legends. You know the kind of people that play League of Legends. Like, you know, the most rotting, the most girl-less, the most gooner basement dwellers play League of Legends. So when they see a character with maidenless, yes, they are maidenless. When they see a character with 1 ounce of female charm, they are unleashing the white wave. Have you played League of Legends before? Yes, I have. I like Cho'Gath. Okay, we're on a roll. Okay, I have seen Morgan before. She is gooned a lot, but is she gooned more than League of Legends? She's a really old character, so she has age advantage. I think she has more. Yes, I have seen her before. A Fire Emblem character. I don't know who this is. They stand 0 chance of comparing to this character, I believe. Who are you? Who is this woman? I have never seen her before. Oh, I should have put age advantage. That's a Fire Emblem character. Oh, dang it. We were doing so well, too. Feraligatr versus the Dead by Daylight franchise. Bailiff was a protagonist? Okay, I have never played Fire Emblem before, so I have no idea. So, we have a Pokemon, which already gives it a big advantage, but yeah, this is the entire franchise of Dead by Daylight. I know for a fact that people the drawing. I've seen before the killers. It's not about the normal characters, it's the killers. The killers are the ones that are gooned off of in this game. I think that it's the whole franchise. Yeah, the whole franchise. The entirety of the Dead by Daylight franchise versus an Overwatch character. Oh no. Diva was 30,000? Diva's 30,000. No, Sojourn's too new. Sojourn's too new. Nobody likes Sojourn. Okay, I am astonished. Okay. Sakuya is gonna win by an insane margin. You have Toho, aka Gooner City, and Sakuya is a popular known character. There's no way. This is, yeah. You have Sakuya, or the fucking nerd from Undertale. Sakuya bag. I should have thought about Undertale people. Undertale people are such gooners. A FNAF character that probably nobody really remembers, or Alphys. I can't pronounce her name. Now, we are thinking about Five Nights at Freddy's, but I don't think Five Nights at Freddy's will beat her, yeah. A Toho character versus a not well-known Five Nights at Freddy's character. Toho absolutely backs this easily. Never mind, the FNAF people are more gooners. How could I have known? Okay. A League of Legends character, Vex from League of Legends, versus a My Hero Academia character, but not only a My Hero Academia character, the Invisible Girl, Toru. People are gooners. She easily clears. She easily clears. Nobody likes her. So, I think the difference is this is when she's seeable. This is her when she's not invisible. So, I don't know. I can't believe that. Ray from Pokemon or Cinderella? Okay, that's really close, but Cinderella from the Cinderella movie, or the Minecraft Creeper from Fortnite. The Minecraft Creeper, Minecraft from Fortnite. You guys can't see that. You guys can't see. It's too low resolution. The Creeper Minecraft from Fortnite, the video game. What is happening? Why does it say Fortnite? I'm so confused. Okay, like Creeper wins, obviously. By barely, oh my god. Okay, we have a Pokemon. I also guarantee that, like, almost most of these Creeper ones are that Creeper in, like, it's like that anime girl that's, like, in a Creeper jacket. I guarantee that's what most of them are. Okay, Iono from, it's a Pokemon character. Like, is that even, like, okay, we just need to get out here. Pokemon. Oh god. Iono versus Chun-Li. Before I leave, because I'm sleepy, do you promise that you'll check TikTok? I will check TikTok, fine. So, the entire franchise of Street Fighter versus a single Pokemon character. I know for a fact that Chun-Li carries the entire series to, oh my god, 91,000 Chun-Li Gooners. Alright, bye. Goodbye. Hope you enjoy the stream. Okay, this will be the last one for this one. Chun-Li and Cammy, they carry it single-handedly. I mean, there's no way you can beat the Street Fighter series. Like, that's 91,000. Arms? No. People are gooning to that? What? I mean, it's Rule 34, I guess. What? What? Excuse me? Hello? 12,000? 12,000? Of a fucking Nintendo Switch game about punching people? Arms was pretty big, and plus they joined Smash. I cannot believe this. I cannot believe this. What the hell? Alright, we're no more gooning. Gooning is now hereby banned on this platform. Gooning is now illegal. I cannot believe that. I cannot believe that's horrible. The noodle arm girl has tons of art? Oh my god. Gooners, they just cannot be satisfied. Oh my goodness, my throat. Oh god, I got hiccups, I think. Okay, we're okay. I think we're okay. Okay, I think I've calmed myself down. I think we're back. I think we're back. The debauchery has been ended. But I also think I don't know what else to do for this stream. I should have prepared more. What was I thinking? Bamboozled so hard, it's exactly what happened. She is pretty cute, maybe. I don't know. I haven't seen them, so I wouldn't know. I would have to see them firsthand. Okay, so I will say, so we're going to be finally playing Devil May Cry 4 later this week. I cannot believe it has taken... I want to know the exact amount of time. I'm gonna go look right now at the first stream I did of Devil May Cry 3 just to see how long it's been since we started Devil May Cry 3. No way. There is no way. I said 4 months on my schedule. That's not even close to how long I've been playing Devil May Cry 3. I have to go to my private videos. Hold on. Hold on. No, I don't want to upload a video. I have to go to YouTube Studio like my private videos. Get ready. Get absolutely ready. Here we go. So, my first stream of Devil May Cry 3. I gotta go way, way, way back. Alright, so my first stream of Devil May Cry 3 was in February 21st. February 21st was my first stream of Devil May Cry 3. I only beat the game on stream last week. It took me 10 months to beat Devil May Cry 3 on stream. Do you know how long it took me to beat Devil May Cry 1? No. You know how long it took me to beat Devil May Cry 2? It took me 1 week to beat Devil May Cry 2. 1 singular week to beat Devil May Cry 2. It took me 10 months to beat Devil May Cry 3. how long and it took me a week to beat Devil May Cry 1. Oh my god. I've almost been streaming for a year. Not that I was very good at streaming at the beginning or trying very hard, but I just think that's insane. That long of playing Devil May Cry 3 just to finally beat it last week. Oh wait, no, it wasn't last week. That was like 3 weeks ago. But still. That's insane. How did I manage to do that? Well, there we go. I guess that's that. I don't know how I did that. That's so weird. But I think this is good for today, for at least for my Just Chatting streams. They'll probably never be as long as my other streams, but we will be playing Devil May Cry 4 next week. I've also kind of run out of things to say, and I feel a little weird. But I hope you guys at least enjoyed this stream, even though it's a little all over the place. We'll play some more War Thunder on Friday, and I might do an extra stream tomorrow. Which will be probably, pretty fun, I hope so. I also am gonna make some shorts. Those will also be good. I've been working on them, not really. I've been slacking really badly, I've been trying. But I will... Oh god, my throat. I need to drink some water. But I will say thank you guys for coming for this little scuff stream. I need to lock in and get some videos done. I'll try. I'm thinking about maybe doing... I don't know what kind of video I should do though. Probably something like a deep dive. I'll figure it out. But thank you guys all for coming, even though today's stream was a little weird. I love you guys. You guys are awesome. Make sure you guys have a wonderful week or weekend, depending on how it... Or... Wait, that's not how I meant to say that. I hope you guys have a good day or night, is what I meant to say, not week or weekend. But yes, do have a good week. I love you all. You guys are awesome. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye. Mwah, mwah. Sleep well or whatever. Blah.